Yo, my love undying. Yo, caught up I am. Thought I had relationships down to a science. Prepared for a journey down a road that's winding. Twists and turns, finding out who I am. Surprising, she said she's done trying. No longer does she see a future with loud. I'm MC Enigma, and you're now watching Indie Vibes. The Plainfield Negro. You're getting sleepy. Peace. I'm MC Enigma, and you're now watching Indie Vibe.
Ready?
Good morning.
It's not morning, but okay. What's up, people? It's your girl Tiara, chilling with my boy, Mr. MC Enigma. Say hello to the people.
How you doing? Peace. MC Enigma, Negros Americanos, que sopa, que ta, todo cool.
Huh?
I don't know. Hey, what's up? That's it.
What was all of that extra anyways?
I've got, I'm international, so I gotta tend to my Latinos, you know?
Okay.
My Spanish speakers.
If you say so. All right.
There are a couple.
Now, before I get into
I
anything
could fill
else.
a room with them.
That situation right there.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
These are the Brother Malcolms.
Brother Malcolm.
Got these in Caledonia.
Where is Caledonia?
It's out in Panama. It's in Panama City. It's like the downtown part. It's like Broad and Market.
In Newark, okay.
You know what I mean? It's like that.
So, how long were you in Panama for?
I was in Panama for 1 year. Living in Ciudad Radial in Juan Diaz and Concepcion.
Okay, but where are you actually from?
I'm from Plainfield.
Okay, you're from Plainfield and you spent a year in Panama.
I spent a year in Panama.
Why?
We it's I'll bring it all in together, right? Me and Bishop Eastside Nappyhead, that's like my rhyming partner. We started in like 2002, a while ago. You know what I mean? And we would just rap about whatever, but like trying to be funny, cause like I started, you know, Saturday Night Live, Dr. Evil from Austin Powers, CB4. That's what made me want to start rapping.
CB4,
so our early music was just like, yo,
make people laugh.
very ignorant. Verbal ejaculation, songs like that, you know. But we
called Verbal Ejaculation.
it was track 2 on the Cesspool, and we had a CD in high school that was like super ignorant, because it said Cesspool, a whole lot of hot ish. But yo, people would buy it, yo. Like it's crazy. We had a little following, and it was like, yo, if we could kick this nonsense and have people loving it, we could kick something of substance. So fast forward. We noticed the change in the country, how it's getting browner. Mm-hmm. More Spanish speakers are coming in, so we try to be ahead of the curve. And also, my building was half Latino. And besides, you know, hey, how you doing? Que tal? You know, it didn't go past that. Mm-hmm. So I missed out on, you know, who these people were that I lived next door to. Like beyond, you know, getting some food from them every now and then. Like I could have really made a connection. So we wanted to go to where, you know, all these people, where they're coming from, and live how they live, to be able to engage Latinos. You know, I wanted something different, and both of us, me and Bishop, we sat down, came up with the plan. We're like, yo, we want to go out there, we want to form a group that can reach young Latinos and blacks, but also teach black people that, yo, there's no difference. The only difference is the language. You eat platanos, I eat collard greens. You know, you put rice and roti or whatever, we have rice and beans. And, you know, so like, just to bridge blacks and Latinos, that was the main purpose. So we went down there with that intention. So, you know, we got our teacher certification. We saved up our money for a year and just went down there, you know, with a dollar and a dream, and looked for jobs, and at the same time looked for artists. So we chose Panama because it's a huge black population. We want people up here to know, like, yo, every Latino don't look like Mark Anthony, you know what I mean? Or Shakira, or Sofia Vergara. You know, that doesn't define all Latinos.
No, I understand that, but why is it you had to go to the ghetto? You could have stayed in the tourist areas. Why did you decide, hey, I'm just gonna go hang out with the normal people?
Well, let's not say normal people, because the normal people are in the ghetto. The people in the tourist areas is abnormal. I'm talking, if you need all that sunscreen on your nose, what's this? No, forgive me. Cut that out. All right. So, I'll say this: if we went to Panama and stayed in the tourist area, we'd only know other Americans, Europeans who were vacationing, and that's not really going to Panama. Right. You know, so I've been to the Bahamas. What's the big What is that? Is it Sandals or something like that? Atlantis. That ain't Bahamas. That's not the Bahamas.
That's tourist spot.
There's tourist spots. So I'll
Yeah.
meet people who probably work there, who live in the Bahamas, but I can't be like, oh, I know the Bahamas. That's not reality, and that's only a small population gets to enjoy that. You know, so I wanted to be able to relate to everybody. So I made my rounds. I would go to Caledonia. I would go to Punta Pacifica. I go to Marbella. I go to Concepcion. I go to Los Pueblos, and I go to Multiplaza. I like Los Pueblos better. Los Pueblos is like socioeconomically it's a step down, you know, but it's so rich, and the people there are very beautiful.
Okay. I got that. But why Panama? Of all Spanish-speaking places, why Panama specifically?
Because there's a huge black population there of Jamaicans and people from Barbados.
Jamaicans just everywhere,
you know,
ain't y'all?
and they're deep in Panama, so we don't look like, you know, the token Negro guy walking around. Also, Bishop, he had known some Panamanians in Plainfield, and you know, we lived with them for a couple months, and then we were out on our own. So we came down and lived in Concepcion, and on the way there, we were like, okay, Panama, this is nice. See the parrots, palm trees, and then you know, see a couple cats hanging, and then stuff falling apart, and it was real. It was real, but I mean, we had to go through that and to live that and experience that. If I could come up here and see, you know, Pablo from El Salvador and be able to like relate to him, you know what I mean? So that's why we did it. So we went out to Panama. All of that, I didn't even get to the point, but all of that was to form Negros Americanos.
Okay.
So we went out there looking for artists. We found 3, and we formed the group. Marilyn Malika, she's the singer. POC, People of Color, Platinos or Collard Greens. That's our reggae rapper. That's our brother, you know, and then also Sky, and he's the skater, but he also does both too.
Now I know you had several projects prior to the one that you just let out, but you only have 3 albums actually out.
Yes.
Rainy Season, Dry Season, your first album, which is called...
No, Dry Season's not out. Dry Season's coming. It's Imagine, Sarah, and Rainy Season.
Okay, so Imagine is your first, Sarah's your second, and then Rainy Season. You have like 3-4 other albums already recorded, but you don't have them out yet.
It's secret. They're in the stash, you know?
But you're already ahead of everything, you're just waiting for it to come out. So tell me about the 3 albums that you have out, like, briefly.
Okay, so the first one is called Imagine. I came out with it around December 2010, right before we left for Panama. So it was like, and at that point I wasn't even serious about pursuing music. I just did it for me. You know, it's this one right here. It's called Imagine, and you know, that's my experiences up to that point in life. So you know, I was a very wide-eyed freshman, optimistic about the world and things. You know, I was putting all of my hopes and dreams into this one project because I didn't know if there'd be another one after it. So I talk about on the cover. There's a lot of things going on. You have science fiction, you have revolution, and you have playing field. So you know, it's all of those things. You know, I go from talking about getting played out by Rachel. I went to high school with this girl, Rachel. She played me out. I got her to do it on a record the exact same way. So it's like, it talks about being an underdog, but also police brutality, defending yourself, educating yourself, Islamophobia, right? The poison, talking about vices that we have. So it covers all these different things. It's a very broad album.
But one of them was very intriguing. One was about a girl that kind of dropped you and you tried to get her back. Tell me about that.
She didn't just, I mean, you know, it was a Keith Sweat type of album. I was begging for it, you know, and trying to get her back. And you know what? Just bearing it all and not being ashamed to show your vulnerability as a man. But it was not for anybody to hear but her initially. But then I just, you know, I let it out.
Might as well.
This is my first love. Like, this is the first woman I actually fell in love with and submitted myself to, you know? And, yo, I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know what I'm saying? I love the woman. Okay. In past tense, I use the ED. Loved. I still have love for her, you know, but it was like we'd broken up and I was trying to rekindle the flame. And I put my all into this project. It's called Someone As Real As Her. Her name's Sarah. So Someone As Real As Her. And I can't take credit for the name Because Elzai, he's another rapper. He had a song. Yeah, he had a song called Sarah with Dwelling. And I had a girlfriend named Sarah. So I made a whole project,
Just for her.
For her. And it's a nice little project, but it didn't end the way I thought it would.
She didn't take you back.
I dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet.
Why you say that?
Yo. I dodged the bullet. She's a good person though, but not for me. You know what I mean?
And then rainy season.
And rainy season, went back to Panama, got up with POC, and with Bishop Eastside Nappyhead, Negros Americanos was real, and we just attacked it like ferociously. That's the one that like in the underground, that's probably the one that's circulating a lot, yeah, right now, rainy season. Panama has 2 seasons, a rainy and a dry.
Right. And
dry season it's a double entendre. Rainy was catharsis, right? I was getting all of the emotions out. Mm-hmm. Dry season, I hadn't had any activity.
Dry season, seriously.
So I lived it, you know. So I got played out for a year. It was pretty rough. A year, everywhere I went. You know, I would get a date, I'd get a number, and I'd go to meet them. And it just, yeah. But the thing is, they have this thing about the black women down there, and it's prevalent in Latin America. Mejoror la raza, or limpio su sangre. Clean your blood or better your race. Get you a white man. So, you know, I would be, you know, clean shaven, Tiger Woods, Bryant Gumbel, you know what I mean? Wayne Brady. And I wasn't good enough. My man, I'm not going to say his name, but, you know, farting and burping, scratching his nuts, and just looking all, but he was white, and it was good enough. And they passed on.
Besides the color of your skin, they never even tried to get to know who you were as a person, to try and maybe connect, as opposed to, oh, he's not good enough because he's not white.
Oh, how I wish. You know, that was true, but I mean, that's the first thing you see. So, like, at the same time, it kept me safe. Like, all right, you just take a look at it. You know, everybody perceives people, you know what I mean, and prejudges everything. You know what I mean? The part of being a human being and trying to evolve yourself is to get past those things. You know, because I'd be like, oh, Hitler was white. Every white guy's a Nazi. You know what I mean? That's stupid, you know? But for the same reason that I was being prejudged in Panama, not, you know, looked at as good enough for, you know, whatever. At the same time, the cats who were doing all the crazy stuff, they look at me and say, hey, Rasta boy. They be trying to sell me something instead of do something to me. So it's all about how you carry yourself. So it's like, I also didn't shine with a bracelet. I dressed very humbly. Mm-hmm. My shoes, the shoe shiner would come up to me like every day, like, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he look at me like, come on, son. Like, so it a lot of it was how I presented myself too, but it's a survival tactic because there are people out there that they're living on less than $1 a day.
And they watch you.
People were getting their hands cut off for taking out a BlackBerry. So you think I had a BlackBerry? You think I paid with 20s when I was going places and stuff? I was really, shoot, you know?
I mean, you gotta protect yourself.
Yeah.
Especially in a country that you don't really know that much about. You're just in there and just trying to make it.
Yeah.
I respect that. So as an artist and also as a group, what is your message? What is the point? What is your music about?
Yeah.
How do you want it to affect people? What is the purpose of your music? What is the feel of your music? Like, tell me what.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll start with the effect, right? The effect that I want the music to have, I want people to be able to look into themselves and pull out the best part of themselves, to get in touch with their higher self, you know, to unlock their hidden potential. I don't care if someone pops champagne. You know what I'm saying? That's not the type of artist I am. They have their place too, but our thing is about, as Negros Americanos, we're trying to inspire people and unite people. That's the biggest thing, is unite. You know, we're not different. You know what I mean? If you prick us, do we not bleed? Every color. We have more in common than apart. You know, one of the coolest people that I used to work with in Panama, when I met him, first off, he looked like Guy Gardner, which is he's a DC comic character. The dude looked like, you know, straight hillbilly, you know what I mean? Eating waffles, whatever. But that was the coolest dude, you know. And if I just looked at his profile, I'm like, oh, he's a teabagger. He probably got a Klan hood in his bag, you know. But then that was the coolest dude. That was my brother down there. So, you know, we can't base things just on appearance. You know, we have more in common than apart, and I think that's the message.
So your whole message is don't look at me as just an appearance. Look at me as what I am and who I am as a person.
Digest me. You know, Negros Americanos, you know, I'm a black man, first and foremost. Right? We speak on what we know best. I know my experience as a black man best, so that's what I speak on. But anybody who can relate to it, anybody who could connect to the stories, it's open. It's open. We really want to influence whoever, you know, men, women, child, dogs, birds, parrots. I want parrots to be singing the songs, you know. But it's not solely about black people, because black people don't solely live on this earth. It would be a different world if that was the case. I'm not gonna say if there's an Asian person, like I have a fan from Taiwan that made a YouTube video, because it's a Negros Americano, she can't enjoy that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Look at Bob Marley. He appealed to the entire world. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But he's a proud black man.
Now, I know you said you wanted to do a little something off of that album.
Yeah. I wanted to do something off of the rainy season.
The rainy season.
The rainy season. That's the most current project
That's
out.
your third project?
Yeah.
Okay.
After the Sarah album, you know, she didn't take me back, so I went back to Panama, and it rained. You see what I'm saying? It was catharsis. So I had to get it out.
So the rainy season.
The rainy season.
Alright, so let's hear something from that.
So this is a verse off of I Don't Care from the rainy season. It goes, a year of my youth. Feels like I wasted. Would've had a chick if I shine with a bracelet. Reminds me that fate ish reigns supreme. I'm gonna break this mindset. You're only wet when you are taken. Egoista, but Miss Panamania, you stay getting played and don't even know the game you win. Homegirl is coming from a layman who seeks to activate the air lights with entertainment, rearrange it, put these nuts in their places, and know that your natural self is so amazing, me mama. Boy, multiplaza, yo, I bother. I'd rather hit those flavors, call me Rain, call me Papa. Looking so dark and chocolate, my Metal Gear solid in your spacely sprockets.
A year of my youth, feels like I wasted. Would've had a chick if I shine with a bracelet. Reminds me that fake shit reigns supreme. I'm gonna break this mindset. You're only wet when you are taken. Egoista, but Miss Panamanian, you stay getting played. Don't even know the game you win. Homegirl is coming from a layman who seeks to activate the air lights with edutainment. Rearrange it, put these nuts in their places, and know that your natural self is so amazing, me mama. Boy, a multiplaza, yo, I bother. I'd rather hit los pueblos, call me Rain, call me Papa. Looking so dark and chocolate, my Metal Gear solid in your spacey sprockets. Got it. And now proceed to rock it. You're beautiful, black queen, you're beautiful. Miss Panama, yo, black queen, you're beautiful. Miss Panama, yo, black queen, you're beautiful. Miss Panama, yo, black queen.
Yo, something is seriously wrong with you. But I like it. I like it. High five for that one. That was good.
I'm a weirdo, you know what I mean?
But it worked for you. But you also went through some transitions, because a lot of your pictures, you didn't have hair.
I was a decent Negro before.
What changed you? What happened?
I was decent Negro.
What happened?
I was living in the jungle. No, like seriously. I mean, to get a job and stuff, you know, I am aware that this is a racist world we live in. You know, white supremacy is a worldwide system. So, two brothers going down to Panama with dreadlocks, looking for a job?
Yeah, not
it ain't happening. So I said, you know what? I want the afro back. I want my power. So I cut it off. I went down there looking like Brian Gumble, Tiger Woods, and I could do that. I can maneuver. You know what I'm saying? If I have to, and for a little time, I know how to maneuver in the crowds. So I went in very Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. So that's why I had the short hair.
So
to be a chameleon.
When did you come back to Jersey?
We got back last December, and then we just went back a second time for half of May, well, for a month, May to June.
And what have you been doing since you've been back? I know you performed at Cecil's.
Yes.
What else have you been up to?
Man, since we came back, me and Bishop Eastside Nappyhead, it's my running partner, we every week looked for open mics. We Googled shows, everything. And between December and May, when we went back to Panama, we rocked 60 shows.
Wow. So y'all are making
did
moves.
New Eurekan, we did Nicholas in Brooklyn. We did, what else? Eargasms in Staten Island. We did Cecil's, you know what I mean? And now we're in the vibe. So we grind. you know. So it's all love, man. It's good because you know, if you want to be a good baseball player, you got to swing the bat a couple times.
That's
so
very true.
you know, we swinging the bat.
You swinging the bat more than a couple times, but I give you props for that.
Appreciate it.
Do you have anything coming up in the future? Like
Yeah,
soon?
we're rocking Eargasms. What, next Sunday? We have a couple things lined up. So yeah, we're gonna be in a parade in Plainfield. Yeah, there's it's like a 4th of July parade, but it's gonna be on the 7th.
Oh, okay.
And we got a float in there, Negros Americanos.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, so you know, we're
Doing your thing.
we're trying to sweat. You know, we're trying to sweat.
Trust me, you have no problems with that in this weather, but congratulations again.
Yes, ma'am.
So what shows do you have coming up? What work are you working on in terms of, I know you said you're 3 albums ahead of the game.
Yeah, and I didn't even mention them.
You're all over
dry
the
season.
place.
I said, okay, dry season.
Dry season.
Then we have a Negros Americanos project, the
Okay.
whole group, and it's coming along.
Are you going to have to go back to Panama to do
Yeah,
that? Okay.
and dry season was recorded. I don't record up here. If it's gonna be something that's gonna be about my experience down there,
It'd be done
it has to be down there. It has to be done down there. And dry season, I wrote it during my first trip. The thing is, we just had so much we were doing, so I had to go back.
So none of your albums are recorded up here?
The first one, imagine this one right here. This one's recorded up here. It's recorded at 109 Studios in North.
Do you plan on recording any of your albums up here?
Yeah,
In
no,
the
definitely
future?
in the future. But I like the environment down there. It's different, and I'm weird. I like to be in a room off by myself somewhere. So it's cool. It's cool to escape, to be in a different place artistically, because the environment, it influences it. Like when you get a chance to listen, you'll hear it. I got parrots in my next joint.
Okay.
The place I was recording in, I had parrots outside the window, and they were making too much noise, right? So I just pulled the mic closer, and I recorded them. So they're on the next joint. You know, if I'm in Haiti, I want to hear Haiti on that record. You know what I mean? Rather than, a lot of artists, they block out every sound. You know, they got the soundproof, and then it's like, well, I can't even hear the environment in which you recorded it.
Right, you can't get no inspiration if you're in the box by yourself.
Exactly. So if you're in China, I want to hear China on the record. You know what I mean? I want to hear the colors from that different country. You know, because then it defeats the purpose of even being there. So it's just my opinion.
Now, if anybody wants to reach you, where can they find you? Facebook, Twitter?
Facebook, Twitter. You can go mcenigma.com. You can go to negrosamericanos.com. You could go to @MC Enigma Jersey on Twitter. Facebook.com/MC Enigma Music. And to listen to everything for free and download it, mcenigma.bandcamp.com or mcenigma.com. It's all there.
SoundCloud too, right?
SoundCloud.com/MC-Enigma. It's all there.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to the couch.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Your hands are cold. Okay. My boy MC Enigma.
That's about.
Chilling on the couch with me. Peace.
Peace. Peace. It's MC Enigma. Peace to End the Vibe. Sami British. Tierra. Had a great time. I love this place. Negros Americanos. Bishop Eastside Nappyhead. Marilyn Malika. POC. Sky Queso Pa. Can I stay here tonight? I mean, is there room on the couch? Like, I'm dead serious right now. Like, I'm asking.
How come when you got a gun, you shoot this guy over here, but when the cops come, you run? He got a gun, you got a gun, then be a man then. Let me see a shootout. Nah, snap out of that, yo. It's an illusion, it's a trick, and all your favorite rappers who you think is gangsters are rich, with big houses and security guards. Alright?
Yo, hey yo, you wanna be famous like Andy and Amos. With your face in blackface, you're poking out your anus. You get fucked by the current construct in place. So what, you make tapes, but you disgrace your race. Use a waste of space, I ain't saying I'm great, but the shit that I say make the old and new relate. I'm felt by blacks, Negroes, Africans, Latinos, Chicanos, Criollos, and Estados Unidos. I'm a field Negro plotting on the death of a master. Nat Turner, the house niggas disaster. For those compelled to curse on every verse, I'm glad because it works. White women clutch they purse when I walk by. I stay cool still, never whistle at them, seen how they did Emmett Till. I fire at will with my mental Smith and Wess's fresh princes learn a lesson, breaking up punks in seconds. Yo, kids get killed on the rooftop, over hip-hop laying on the blacktop. We don't really care what you cats pop. On the corner, selling yo crack rock. At the weed spot, killing brothers squeeze Glocks. And we rock, the ghetto needs a detox. Killing ourselves soon as the beat drops. But when y'all see cops, you run.
Yo, I sleep on the floor. Por favor. Please. Please.